Really? The Red Magic outbenched the Note 20? How's it going, YouTube? And welcome back to First Timers. Today, we got a new toy. And that's gonna be... Actually, I guess it's not a new toy, it's a new phone. It's new technology. But it's gonna be the Note 20 Ultra. It's a 128 model, but we're actually pretty excited to actually unbox this. Now, it is gonna be for my wife. It is gonna be replacing her phone, and obviously this is my phone. I'm still still super excited about the Red Magic 5S. I've been using it like crazy and definitely recommended. Obviously you could definitely see the size difference between the Red Magic and her old S8. Keep in mind it is about 3 years old. Overall it's not doing bad, it's still doing pretty good, but 3-year-old phone. Battery is not holding up like it should. I don't think you can even get to the battery without taking it somewhere to actually have them take it apart. So overall, we decided to get her new phone. Now, one of the hard things about this particular situation is we were definitely taking a look at the Pixel 5 and the the Samsung S20 Fan Edition, and it was a toss-up there because we were really leaning to the Pixel 5, and then we heard about the Samsung's phone coming out, and they both actually did pretty good, but there was some things that I didn't like about the Pixel and some things I didn't like about the Samsung, and for a mid-range phone I was like, I'll get my phone before I get those two phones. So I was just like, well, why don't we just get you a Note? You usually hold on to your phones for at least 2 years. And she said, fine, let's do it. And I was like, yes. But a couple of things I didn't like really fast on the Pixel was they obviously had a lower end processor in there, which kind of was a bummer for me. And I was like, well, you kind of want new generation, new tech. And then on the Samsung, you had some of the new tech, but then they decided to go cheap on the case for me. They ran the Gorilla Glass 3, and I was kind of like, well, aren't we like 5 or 6 right now? Should we be protecting your phone, that hardware that presses cargo, a lot better? And so, again, like I said, at the price of the mid-range, it wasn't bad, but they were, for me, I was just like, you're already half the price, half of the way there. Let's get you a Note 20 Ultra, and so we did. Anyway, guys, let us do the unboxing. I'll get you right in there. All right, hold on. All right, let us do the unboxing so you guys can really just take a look at what we're gonna do. And I'll even line up my Red Magic 5S next to it so you guys can see it. All right, so as we get started with the unboxing process here, I just wanted to let you guys know that we did order this particular phone from MicrosoftStore.com. And the main reason is they actually have a really nice return policy just in case we didn't like the device. Obviously, I know my wife will pretty much fall in love with this, and we've already ordered the case and the screen guard. But just in case, it was just one of those things that, it gives us the peace of mind that we can send it back if we just absolutely hated this particular product. Now, the Note 20 box actually looks very nice and elegant. It feels like I did spend, I don't want to say, over $1,000 on a pen, just because obviously the top portion of the box just shows N20 and then a pen. So it'd be kind of cool if they actually showed maybe like the inside of the phone, or like the chipsets or something. I don't know, but something that kind of actually talks about the actual phone device itself, or its hardware, and not just the pen. But again, like I said, there's nothing wrong with it. Obviously I know it is a phone, but it just does not give me the same feel like the Red Magic here. When you look at the Red Magic, you're just like, I purchased a gaming phone, that is it. But again, like I said, I know they're not aiming this particular phone at gamers. They're aiming it at people that are going to try to use it for business, as well as, hey, let's have some fun, they can play games. Now, the instructions are going to be at the top of the box here. Now, typically these are usually not even instructions anymore for most phones. They're usually like quick reference guides. I was actually shocked when I did the unboxing for the Red Magic that they actually kind of had their instructions in there. So I was kind of stoked that they gave so much more. So yeah, there you go. Look at quick reference right there. Now, as it looks like for anything, that quick reference is more of explaining the cameras. Obviously, you do have the 12 megapixel ultra wide camera, the 108 wide angle camera, as well as the 12 megapixel telephoto camera. Now, it is assisted with laser autofocus. That was actually another big thing that I wanted my wife to actually have, just because obviously her S8 did really good with taking pictures, but it never really focused as good as it should have. And obviously, this is promising some big changes here. Now, this particular phone, obviously, we ended up getting in black. Overall, it just has a very, very, very nice feel and look to it. And I just want you guys to know that this phone actually is really, actually has a really good quality feel to it. So I'm super excited that we ended up going with this. Now there's like a little opening on the back. I don't know why they left the plastic open in the center section, but they did. But overall, like I said, it feels great, feels amazing. We'll probably plug it into my Red Magic charger just so I don't have to, mess with the charger that comes in the box. But it does look like it is a Type-C charger. So the cable that probably comes in this box will have a Type-C to Type-C end on it. Now, obviously they do sell wireless charging for it. We didn't get the wireless charger for it just because we have a few of those laying around. I know it's not going to be the ultra fast for the Note20, but at least we'll be able to still charge it in a decently timed manner if we want to throw it on a wireless charger. The cables, it only looks like it's about 3 feet long, so obviously you might need to get a longer cable. But I know some people are like, oh, it should be fine. But if you're, maybe at work and you needed a longer cable, obviously try to get like a 6-footer or something off of Amazon and you should be fine. Now, there's really nothing much more in this box. Obviously, I just kind of pulled this off here just to kind of, to make sure that there was nothing else in there. But pretty much it comes with the charging block, cable, and phone itself. Now, with the Nubia and the Note20 Ultra here, I just kind of wanted to showcase them side by side just so you guys can kind of see them. Obviously, my Nubia definitely feels a little heavier in my hand, but it doesn't feel bad. But again, like I said, this isn't really, we're not talking about the Nubia too much. We want to talk about the Note20 here. So again, like I said, we'll plug it in with the Nubia's charger though, 55 watt quick charge. Overall, it looks like this guy is at about just over 60% in charge. So as we turn it on here, it'll be one of those things that it shouldn't die or anything during all the process. We do plan to do the data transfer from the old S8 phone to the Note20 here, and it should be very quick and easy. Obviously, the slowest part of the whole process will probably be on the S8 side just because it is running older technology. So like I said, I'm not too concerned with that. Now, like I said, while the phone's starting up, I just wanted to show you the back of my Red Magic because it does look very sick. So anyway, we do have the phone side by side. Cool thing with any of Samsung's phones is they can usually do the data transfer by emitting a sound to each other. And once they pair up with each other, all you have to do is hit the next button and it'll actually start to do the whole process. It'll tell you what's on the phone. You can hit the check mark boxes and it'll literally start to pull everything over, and you shouldn't have any issues after that point. Now, if you notice, it just pretty much synced, and there you go. And now I can hit next on the other phone if I wanted to, just to make sure that the screen stays on and all that fun stuff. But other than that, it is that simple. I won't bore you with the whole data transfer process, but I did kind of want to show you what my phone looks like when it's charging. So it has this pretty cool little animation. It'll actually tell you the percentage that it's charging. So instead of just saying like 95%, it's like 95 point, and then the numbers to the right are going up. It's just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it just randomly runs up. Really cool. Now, I did want to install a benchmarking program while the phone is doing some data transfer. So we'll benchmark both of these phones against each other. I will put the Red Magic into its gaming portion, just so it's at its max, and it's doing its max cooling. I'm not going to put the iStock on there, but other than that, we'll let them benchmark each other out. Like I said, the very first benchmark here, I am letting it run against the Note20 while it's doing its data transfer. So that's actually kind of cool that it's able to do that. But what you will notice as we are going through here is it does look like the the Red Magic had a little stutter at first, and then the Note 20 looks like it just kind of struggled through some of the portions here, even though they're at the same part. Now, just so you guys know, we did I ended up doing this test at least 3 more times just to see if the outcome was consistent, and it was. So I'll kind of let you guys know that towards the end of the benchmarking process here. But I just wanted you guys to kind of see what it looked like as it's benchmarking on both devices here. Now, as you're looking at the benchmarking, like I said, both screens are amazing. The Red Magic is running at 144 hertz. The Note is at 120. Keep in mind the Note technically, I believe, is above a 2K style screen, and the Red Magic's only at a 1080. But for a lot of gamers, they're usually not worried about having the highest pixel density on a phone. But like I said, they both look really remarkable as you're looking at both of them. Now, like I said, if you're looking at the Note 20 as it's kind of going through this tunnel here, you can kind of see that it was kind of a little jumpy, but it wasn't bad. So I don't want you guys to say, oh, it wasn't bad. It's just enough that I can kind of notice it. And I think after using 144 hertz screen, that I was just kind of like, oh, well, you can definitely notice the difference. Now, with the benchmark here, you can kind of see that the Nubia, I don't want to say destroyed the Note, but considering that this one has the Note has 865 plus and the Nubia is at 865, I was expecting it to be a little bit more of a closer outcome. Now, I did do some pictures, as far as selfies with the front camera, and I just kind of want to showcase that. Now, if you notice, I can really zoom in on the Note 20 and it actually looks pretty clear, where on my Red Magic I'm not able to do that, and that's as far as I can go, and my color kind of looks off. So definitely the Note 20 has a win over the Nubia just on cameras alone. And the business aspect of the Note 20 is actually very cool. But let me jump to the like I said, let me kind of jump to the end of the video here, so I can kind of actually give you my thought process on both phones, just so you guys can actually hear what I have to say on that side of things. All right, YouTube, so we finally finished the unboxing of the Note 20, and hands down, this phone is actually pretty ridiculous. Only 2 little gripes. I will talk about that a little later. But other than that, phone did amazing. Picture quality, the screen at 120 hertz is actually amazing, feels flawless. Quality actually feels really good on this phone. Build quality is actually, I'm not gonna say feels good, it feels great. The only thing is, like I said, had 2 little things. One was the camera placement. Again, versus something like the older phone where it was kind of flat. Definitely technology upgrades, hands down, different worlds. But I'm that type of guy that will actually type on the while the phone is laying flat on the table, and I will push down and all that fun stuff, and it kind of rocked on my desk, so it kind of pivoted on the camera. So as I kept typing, it kept moving, and I was just like, that feels weird, I don't like it, and I'm trying to type with my left hand. And then again, usually I'm a right-handed person, but a lot of times I'll be doing things with my left hand, typing on a phone, sending messages, swiping, and I was it threw me off. I was kind of upset at that. And if you're that person that's gonna use a very thin case with it, you're probably gonna run into that same issue where you lay it down somewhere, you might be eating lunch and you're at a table and it's just rocking. Kind of annoyed me. So I don't know if there's something Samsung can do to fix that. I don't know if centering will actually make this camera look worse if they centered the camera, but like I said, it was something that was a little annoying, that had that little rock. Now the second thing, and this is more of a personal opinion on my part, and that was the benchmark test. So I know you're kind of going, wait, what? So obviously midway through, you kind of saw me install 2 benchmark programs. or actually one benchmark program on each phone, and the red magic kind of, I don't want to say destroyed the Note 20, but I want to say destroyed because the price difference and the better processors in the Note 20. So I was kind of thrown off, where I was like, wow, my red magic actually did something that I wasn't anticipating, and so it did really well. But don't get me wrong, totally different class, business class style phone. Obviously when you come to the packaging, elegance is kind of what they're aiming for, and picture quality, image quality on the screen. So it's a 2K screen versus a 1080. Obviously that's gonna make a difference when they're benchmarking. Also 144 hertz screen versus a 120. So the hertz were just a little higher on the red magic, and definitely was a little more noticeable in the screen. But like I said, the red magic kind of just gave me that like glimmering of like, oh man, I bought something at a very good price point that actually beat the Samsung's, you know, I'm not gonna say their holy grail of a phone, but kind of beat their best phone. And that actually, you know, impressed me. But you'll have to watch in a couple weeks, as I am going to try to make this phone get pretty close to that benchmark number, because that will make me happy about this phone. Like truly, like 100%, I will be like, go and buy that phone. You know, even now I'd say go buy that phone, hands down. If you're not gaming on it, you're just trying to be productive, you're trying to take pictures, you're trying to do all that fun stuff, go with that phone, hands down, amazing. But you're a gamer, boom, red magic, you're there, boom, get it. That was something that I was actually very impressed with. Again, like I said, we're not sponsored by Samsung nor Nubia. Red Magic and Note 20, we fully bought them out of pocket on our own. And like I said, so far, my wife's gonna love this phone. Hands down, there's gonna be no issues. I would even love that phone. But that benchmarking after using this phone, giving this red magic a chance, that was actually something that was very big on me. Like I said, the hardest part for me though on the red magic is, since it is air cooled with the vents, you know, trying to take it to a beach, trying to take it into the garage and working on stuff, you know, that might be causing a lot of dust, isn't gonna be the red magic suit, where the dust and water resistance of the Note 20 is gonna be amazing. Now, one last thing I did want to talk about, and has nothing to do with performance of the phones or anything like that, is it's gonna be the packaging. I know you're kind of going, wait, what do you mean the packaging? So I had big hopes when this was gonna come. It came in actually a big box, and the red magic, I think, hyped me up so much. When I saw this packaging, I was so excited that I was like, man, I'm excited. I got a gaming phone. It's like, it's aimed towards me. But coming from the business side, and I was keeping that in my mind, I was a little disappointed that the Note 20 Ultra 5G came in, I don't want to call it plain packaging, but it came in kind of like this, wants to be elegant style packaging, and I was a little disappointed. It wasn't, I didn't feel like I was being impressed with the unboxing portion of the phone. And that was kind of tough for me. I was like, oh man, that kind of bums me out. So hands down, they need to do something with this. Maybe make a gaming edition instead of a fan edition phone. Because I was kind of, when I was looking at the Pixel 5 and your S20 fan edition, I was a little disappointed that you guys put in amazing specs. Samsung put in amazing specs in that phone, but they decided to wrap it with Gorilla Glass 3 and a plastic back. I was like, come on guys, you are there, you're so close. People spend an extra $100 to have it protected a little better. Pixel, on the other hand, protected their phone, but they used lower components, you know, Snapdragon, I think it was a 765 and Adreno 620. So I was kind of bummed about that. And I told my wife about that, and that's why we ended up getting a Note 20 Ultra. So overall, you know, back to the packaging, maybe if you guys can make a gaming edition phone that can come closer to that benchmark, and maybe have very similar camera features. It doesn't have to be crazy, but just, you know, something that's just like, boom, okay, it takes better pictures than the new, Red Magic, okay, that would be amazing. But the benchmarking is, I think, where I was sold on Red Magic. You know, they actually took their time. I feel like they took their time. They even used the 865 versus the 865 Plus, and they still outbenchmarked the Note 20. So that, for me, that's something. But in the next 2 weeks, I do plan to play with this phone. I do plan to throw everything I have at it, and a little bit of my knowledge. I don't know what I'm going to be able to do with this guy to try to boost it to the levels of the Red Magic, but I plan to do that. So I'll give you guys a 2-week update on that, and kind of let you guys see the gaming aspect of it as well, because, you know, my gaming phone, I've been using it for work. I've been plugging it into a 24-inch monitor, working on it, and Bluetooth keyboard, flawless. I know that the Note 20 will do that, but can it game? So that's gonna be where I wanna kind of throw it at. And people keep going, oh, it's a gaming phone, it's this and that. Truly, I want to see if it will kind of go up through my standards. And, you know, like I said, I'm very picky on how I treat, you know, my Red Magic so far. You know, obviously when we're sanding the El Camino down, this phone was in the garage, not by me. Obviously this phone could have stayed in my pocket the whole time without any issues. So there are some things that I know it should be doing better, and I really want to see if it can out benchmark the Red Magic 5S. So anyway, guys, I know it was a little long-winded. Stay tuned for those rotating pictures at the end. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button in the lower left-hand corner. Comment and like below, please. If you do have any questions, let us know. We'll definitely help out. If you do want to see the Red Magic unboxing, I'm going to put that right up here, or actually to the left of me, right of you, up in the upper right-hand corner. Go ahead and click there to check out the Red Magic unboxing as well. And yeah, so anyway, guys, thank you for watching again. First timers out. See you later. Woo!